Evening and welcome once again to Gaming Under the Influence. I'm Mike and I'm here with Alex, coming to you from Green Dragon CVR in Woodbridge, Ontario, Vaughn's local source for craft beer and what we are, of course, here to talk to you about again, which is
video games.
Fucking video games.
Can't help myself.
We're a couple in and we've been fucking dicking around on this keyboard. You know, we brought into the place trying to play the Hobbit song.
We'll figure it out one day.
Mostly unsuccessfully, amongst many other things. But you know, there's a couple of fucking big subjects that have been in the news this week that don't really have as much to do with video games as we would like, but I think it's worth talking about them because they do float in the atmosphere of making games. They have to do with what, we might refer to as the fucking material cause of the game, the human element involved in producing it in the first place, kind of the
making
soil
all the shit possible.
That's right. And the news broke, of course, fucking via Jason Schreier of all people.
Who else?
Yeah, like clockwork.
Yeah.
I'm telling. But the news broke by Jason Schreier that CD Projekt is fucking committing its employees to a period of crunch before the game comes out that probably consists in something like fucking 50-hour, 60-hour work weeks. And
crunch time, baby.
6 days a week. And, fucking people are commenting that this is essentially exploitative. And while there's all kinds of theatrics that we could employ in making this point, talking about how fucking ridiculous and denuded is the reasoning behind assuming that fucking exploitation starts at a 6-hour work week or at a 50-hour work day. Yeah, that's the fucking place it starts. That arbitrary line in the sand. Yeah, whatever.
Sorry.
I've been drinking. What's your excuse?
Yeah.
Jason. But I think really that's the arbitrary point. Like, no doubt everybody thinks that exploitation is wrong.
Where's the line? Which, you're saying fucking, Saturday is bad, but...
I think what I'm saying is it's just fucking this childlike idea of morality to assume that exploitation begins at the point where fucking your comfortable, like, bourgeois social life ends. That's just so self-centered and ridiculous. It's not a systematic thing. It's really just what happens when I can't go bowling on the weekend or whatever the fuck.
This is a thing in any industry worldwide. And not like to say a thing, but like... In any fucking working situation, if there's any sort of deadline, whether it's a fucking video game or a construction project, fucking anything that has some form of deadline, there's an inevitable crunch, right? And to criticize them for having this period where it's paid fucking work, they're paying their employees to work just more hours. It's like,
I think we're touching on a number of different points that are worth making in relation to this thing, right? That's exactly it, right? Like, nobody, of course, is saying that exploiting your employees is good, but the one hand, I think exploitation, it doesn't consist in fucking working 50 hours a week instead of fucking 40. That's just an arbitrary and fucking masturbatory place to draw the line, dare I say. Like, what are you complaining that you're fucking...
Not everybody even works that same, like, 40-hour week. Some people fucking work weekends. Yeah. Some people are... Like, it's no doubt, it's an arbitrary thing to say, like, oh, you
absolutely is. I think, though, exploitation fucking technically consists not in any of these, facile and superficial things, but instead in the denial to the workman of the fucking true value in his, of his labor, really, at the end of the day. It consists in the fucking wage contract. That's really what's... almost exploitative by definition, not really in the subjection of the artist to the fucking gratuitous, consuming, weird, like, demands of the fucking art that he's making, which are not his own good. We ought to expect the fucking good of something we're committed to, especially something beautiful like art, but even, like you said, a construction project. If you have to do something, the good of which is different than your own, it is fucking built into the idea that will conflict with yours, that you will have to fucking put your good secondary to the good of the thing. Exactly like if you have a child and you're fucking staying up at night. Isn't it ridiculous to say, I had to stay up last night, this fucking exploitative relationship? No, man. Like, fucking the instrumentality of your good to the good of the thing made is part of the deal.
Exactly.
That's
what
your
blood and your sweat is which is funny because Buddy Jason's book there. Have you ever seen the title of his book?
Fucking
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels.
Yeah, I'd have a different last word there fucking for Jason's book if I was Jason. But yeah.
Anyways,
I think really, man, that at the end of the day, like, that's just what it boils down to. Your good is not equal to the good of the thing made, and fucking when you're making something beautiful, it's expected that you instrumentalize your own good to the good of the thing made. That is not exploitative. That's a definitional fucking part of making
put
art.
In the fucking
or
work.
Doing anything worth doing, really, I would venture to you. Who the fuck does anything that's worth doing that you can comfortably do in business hours? Like, what the fuck kind of beautiful thing was ever made in those conditions? What a fucking idiot suggestion, What an idiot suggestion, peddled by fat, balding
right,
white man from California. Like that part we can leave in. That is not offensive to any group that really matters nowadays.
I just feel like honestly, this conversation is already at the point where like I'm so disinterested because it's not about fucking games.
I
and
do
like,
understand.
you know, like I know it's the hot thing, right? Like you have to bring it up. It's
I think
topical,
fundamentally
but, like,
that's what it's about, man. Like it's not exploitative to have to sacrifice aspects of your social life for the construction of something beautiful that you voluntarily committed to making. It's exploitative contrarily.
With monetary fucking...
Yes, really, that's what we're getting
like
to, right?
What
exploitation technically consists in is something like the wage contract. You show up, they give you some measly amount, and you produce more wealth than you are recompensed for. That is exploitation.
Yeah.
Now, is that what's happening? I don't fucking really know. I mean, I hope not. That would suck. Nobody's denying that would suck, but we have reason to think, based even on reports that they're going to fucking give some crazy percentage of the profits to their employees for this game, that's not really the case. I'd fucking venture that somebody working on some fucking, little graphics or some shit is not producing in excess of 60,000 American dollars of value with their work. I mean, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
It's not... It doesn't seem self-evident to me that they're not being fairly recompensed for their labor.
I wouldn't think so.
And even if we accept fucking that they're being exploited, it starts with the wage contract, not with a 40-hour...
Yeah, it starts at the beginning.
It doesn't start with a 60-hour work
not
week.
After,
what kind of arbitrary stupidity is that? My God.
Well, now you crossed the line, all right?
You couldn't go out on the weekend to the mall to buy sweatpants.
Yeah.
Think if you couldn't, like whatever useless shit you do at home. Like, God, give me a break.
It's true, yeah.
Give me a break.
It's just so like arbitrary, right? Yeah. It's like why is why is everything okay until that? You know what I mean? Like
that's the line. That's where it becomes unacceptable.
It's already just
that's
fucking
just totally yeah. I do fucking think exploitation and fucking
Oh, there definitely it exists in
free market society is a massive problem. I don't doubt that fucking corporations out there that make video games are taking advantage of people, but it's not because they make them work extra hours. It's because they don't fucking give them the value of their work. That's what exploitation consists in, not in this useless stupidity. So I just, I can't stand hearing about that kind of thing. And those are really the main points. A, exploitation is fucking not getting the money you deserve. B, it's not exploitative tact to sacrifice your own good for the good of something else. And C, it does seem ultimately like they are getting paid what they deserve. That's what profit sharing consists in.
I can't argue with it on any of those points.
Yeah. That's really what it boils down to. And why are the only people complaining again a bunch of oversensitive American and British people, Are the people who worked on this game complaining? Maybe like one or two of them.
I would love to find out, honestly. We should look it up. We said we were going to...
I don't give a fuck, honestly.
At the end of the day...
They should just quit. Honestly, I remarked to you before, buddy, can you imagine? If you were a creative on this game and you were fucking pouring every ounce of your soul into it, and you had your employees sitting there complaining that they had to work on the weekend? Can you imagine if that was your child? That they were fucking... Oh my God.
Dude, yeah, like Cyberpunk is a big thing.
Like, shit can you so fast. If you don't love this, you don't want to be here, buddy, get the fuck out. Are you kidding me? Is that a joke? That seems like I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Who the hell would run...
Cyberpunk's a big thing, man. This isn't...
would run a company any other way when you're making something beautiful.
Yeah, this isn't like, Call of Duty 17.
You're not
like
machining
Halo,
parts for a
Infinity.
car, bro. You're making a fucking beautiful thing.
Or
it
even...
needs to show the love of the creator.
Right.
You can't have people sitting here being like, well, I'm over the clock. Like... That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm sorry.
Totally against the Japanese culture.
That's contrary to the virtue of art. That's what it is.
It's
a sin against the virtue of art.
Yeah.
I'm not down for that. I don't accept that at all. Definitely people should be... the good of the workmen being concerned, people should be fairly recompensed for their work. The good of the art being concerned, the artist should sacrifice himself for his effort. That's just part of the deal.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Otherwise, what are you making? A commodity, a product, right?
Like, exactly. A tool, right?
Fuck off,
My one takeaway from all of this, the most important one, I think, is we're getting to fucking the release date. We're getting there. Cyberpunk went gold the other day, which means fucking nothing nowadays in internet timeline, but it means that it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's fucking
solidly fucking coming out now.
Yeah.
I think though that we can comment pretty fucking with a fair degree of certainty now that on the fact that the gratuitous effort of the design team has paid off, like at least in terms of what we know of the universe already, right? Like, both of us have had the opportunity to delve into that world of Cyberpunk book now.
As soon as I saw that book here, I went out and pretty much picked it up like a week or two later. It's fucking epic, dude. Like looking at that fucking the world and all the shit that they've incorporated so far, and like I feel like it's almost a disservice going in blind to this game. Like I'm so hyped to go in now after reading about the world and the corporate wars and then all that cyberware shit that they even go really into detail about these like prosthetic limbs you can get, and they're almost
Cyberware.
seen as like tattoos because like celebrities and people who don't need them for any purpose just get them as like status symbols. Like it shows that like extravagant, very gaudy like.
They talk about how like
shit,
people
right?
will wear fucking, you know, obviously the route thing to do is to dress your fucking cybernetics in fake skin so they look like normal limbs, but for different reasons people will not do that. They'll wear bare cybernetics.
Yeah, because it's like showing off, right? And that's what people do.
If they're cool or
fucking,
custom or gold or some shit, which honestly I would do if you had cybernetics.
You can like feel it. See, well, looking at those pictures of like
you could feel what
all that gaudy
like,
shit. You know, you can just like see it and like
imagine having a fucking. I want cybernetic lungs and a jaw.
Why lung? It's always lungs with you. I want fake
so
lungs.
I can smoke poisons all day. That's why.
I know why. That's fucking hilarious. Just give me the fake lungs. Fucking firmware update on my lungs so I can take in more smoke. What a ridiculous concept.
No, it is. But I think though, like, can't underestimate the extent to which, you know, that fucking gesture of world building, though they are drawing on pre-existing sources, no doubt.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure that guy Mike Pondsmith, who authored the original fucking Cyberpunk lore and universe, was involved in this. But nonetheless, that book does signify fucking the fruit of a shit ton of effort, in my opinion. You know, that's
fuck yeah.
That's an integral part of making
just that
something.
book alone.
To my mind,
even
that's almost more important than actually making the thing.
Like,
you know, having something to make, having something to say, right?
Just that book alone, like, is fascinating, and say, like, as a concept, let's say, right? Like, it's insane.
I think the most important thing is having something to depict instead of just making something that is playable, right? Like, playability will, at the end of the day, amount to a fucking technically proficient grammar at best, but it's not itself going to justify playing it. You know, it's again something. It's a vehicle for expression, but it's not itself the content, right? So
for greater fucking, you know.
Yeah, I guess like even seeing that book made me really confident in the final product, which I expressed before I wasn't that excited for, right? Like
I was like up and down. Like at points I was like excited for most of the time, and then, you know, some shit went down. It was in the news, you know, that whatever. I don't even want to bring it up, but I kind of my excitement dipped a little bit. But now I'm after seeing that book and getting like sort of a nice dive into the world. Essentially, it looks epic. I'm so down.
I think so too.
Sick,
man.
right?
I really am.
It's day one, and that's after. Like we were saying, like a week after PS5 comes out and after Demon's Souls. Like, how the fuck are we gonna manage all that?
I really don't know. I'm hoping to finish Demon's Souls in a week, though. That's not that unrealistic. That's feasible, right?
I guess. Not for me. Maybe for you, but not for me.
I think you can do it.
I'm gonna need your help a little bit. I'm gonna bug you a lot during that fucking run.
It would be a prime time to play through it with other people.
Yeah,
of course,
probably. I guess.
Yeah. I'm honestly like,
that'd be sick.
You know, maybe we can talk about this a little bit. Actually, all this stuff with Cyberpunk out of the way. Anything else you want to say about the universe? We do have a couple of fucking papers up about this universe, actually, about its economic structure and about cyberware, which are.
I think we're good on that.
Good stuff. I'm fucking really looking forward to it.
We got some time until it comes out anyway, at least. So
yeah, a couple of
trying
weeks,
to curb my excitement. I'm really stoked for it, honestly.
Everything between now and then is kind of disappointing.
That's the thing, right? I'm fixated on that because, like, I mean, the only thing is we can talk about it later is that I'm getting back into Death Stranding with hopes of finishing that up, right?
What was I just about to say a moment ago?
I don't know, but you were switching gears, and I don't know.
Fuck.
Did you have it written down over there? Or?
No, it was something spontaneous.
We lost
Cyberpunk.
F in the chat, man.
Sorry.
We lost it.
But you have been playing Death Stranding also, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back into Death Stranding for sure. I'm gonna
Another
give it,
fantastic gesture of world building.
Man,
you telling me that you were playing that actually got me all excited about Death Stranding.
I could tell.
I started reading the art book and I started writing about it again. It was really good.
Oh, it's sick.
I love Death Stranding.
Death Stranding's great. It was my first takeaway from jumping back in almost a year later because I dropped it for some dumb reason. I drop every game.
It's long, man. It's beefy. That's why.
It is also
and weird.
long,
it's hard to fucking immerse yourself in if you're not totally.
It solves that whole problem that like I mostly have with open world games of being too much shit to do, too many distractions, too many side quest things. And like the side quests are essentially the same thing as the main game. It's very focused. It's all about like being fucking Mr. FedEx, right? Delivering packages. But then if you think about it, because I was telling somebody at work, like describing the game, and it's like, it's kind of like, you know, I almost gave off the sensation that like you might not like it because it's a lot of it is like you're almost like just delivering packages, but then at the same time, like you're also avoiding enemies that attack you that you can't see, and the only way to see them is to connect to a baby. That's
part of the loop of
chest.
delivering those packages to the same guy 50 times to develop an infrastructure, right? That's the real fucking progression of that game. When you look back after, you're like, there's my roads, there's my zip lines, there's my bridges, all the difficult parts are smoothed over, you know?
You're literally like, rebuilding, right? It's like Dark Cloud on
It's an incredible
steroids,
feeling
man.
of progression,
It's
actually.
nuts,
like, it's astounding. I love it. I want to go
I
back
don't even
in my...
fucking I'm the worst. I don't even bother with building too many like roads and bridges and shit like that.
You need a lot of resources.
I'm at the point where you need a lot of resources, but I'm also like, there's quite a few that other people have built. And honestly, I like slogging my ass on foot or on the bike. I hate the truck because unless you have roads, you can't take the truck. So I take the bike and I just fucking...
Life's going to get hard if you can't
I know. I'm going to hit a wall. You've already told me I'm going to hit a wall and I won't...
But then later on, though, that part that I'm referring to, it won't have anything to do with that. But I think, like, at least the roads, it's fucking, that's a major part. I feel like that was a huge part of the progression. Like, I can't imagine playing that game. I was so focused on
without roads.
I loved it. And as soon as you build a new one, it's fucking so satisfying.
Yes. More fucking
and other
roads.
people are liking it and sustaining it for you.
Oh, it's the whole game is like that, right? And every little thing you put down, like people, and it's almost like so. It's like a weird social media thing. Like we hate it, but like it works so well, and I love it in this game.
Really, I think it's all about, man, and it's fucking in so many different ways. Like on that level of its fucking, portrayal of how people interact with each other in this apocalyptic age when we're isolated, and also on the fucking layer of it being a portrayal of man having this like intertwined relationship with death that's more intimate than we understand now. It's all about the relationship of people to the outside, like I like to fucking blab on about all the time, right? And about how it's not really like an internalizable thing, like the whole game is about how these extinction entities, fucking spoilers, are just, they happen, and whether or not they like it, fucking they're there to bring about their very being, like, is a fucking connection to the beach that lets fucking dead things through to bring about an extinction, right?
Weird.
But it's not like fucking this hopeless nihilistic view. It's that this is like the basis for some, new form of life.
That's true. Yeah, right? It doesn't feel nihilistic at all. Like it's
an evolutionary take on extinction, one might say. But I
know
fucking
what?
really, and it's got that Kojima like sentimentality to it too. I fucking just, it makes it like, I'm not one for any of that kind of shit anywhere, but the one place I'll tolerate that and actually enjoy it is probably in a Kojima game.
Kojima's fucking,
or in Final Fantasy,
Yeah, okay.
In Japanese stuff, really.
Yeah, really, I know. It always fucking falls down to that, eh?
And authenticity lacking in Western fucking equivalents,
I mean, you don't like to play Halo and eat Doritos and drink Mountain Dew, man? That's like the dream, isn't it? That's the American dream, man.
Yeah.
I got my Xbox at home, my wife, fucking Halo, Mountain Dew. What's fucking...
I got...
what's better than that? My American
401k, fucking all set. I can die,
Canadians ripping on the Yanks. Sorry, boys.
I love them. No worries.
Yeah. Cool with that shit.
Yeah, Death Stranding is fucking a fantastic game.
It's fucking one of a kind for
constantly afflicted by the desire to go back and play it again, but it's not.
It's a tough one to go back into for sure.
If they had a new game plus mode, which
you probably
keep your infrastructure, I would play it.
Yo, you would? Yeah, you think?
If you could just go through the story and stuff, sure.
If you could keep all your stuff, that would be
keep your infrastructure.
Then you're just playing it, right? It's fine. You're just going through the motions, but like without.
Honestly, it's so fun. Even just to travel is fun in that game. It is.
It really. But that's why I like slogging like my ass on foot. And then I saw like Hartman's lab. He's got like the big lab with the nice stairs. It's very modern, like cool shit, right?
Oh, that's when you gotta start building, bro.
Yeah, the music starts playing, and you're like, this is
you're gonna walk over those mountains every time you want to go somewhere.
Yeah,
you gotta build.
I've been doing that. That's probably why I stopped playing the game. Is because I was playing like a fucking idiot. Essentially, I'm like
zip lines.
I use other people's, but there's not enough. I do have to build my own. Honestly, I'm gonna
at least one route over the mountains.
Yeah, like I'm gonna not be a fucking idiot. The next time I go in, I'm gonna fucking.
The map has that like southern zone there where Mama's fucking lab is.
Yeah,
and then at the top there's Hartman's lab in the snow area.
Yeah, with all the fucking.
There's like a road that goes like a C like that, upside down C, but you have to break the mountains. You have to like.
I see. I've probably never even gone that way because I just like
It'll send you that way for sure. Then you're gonna have to walk over the snowy fucking shit.
I do that.
But the BTs are coming, and if you have something to carry, you can't do it. It's gonna fucking you're gonna fail, right? Like.
I've done it. I've done it.
The game is pretty easy on its own, but it gets hard when they give you those fail conditions.
I am playing Death Stranding on normal, but doing like my own hard mode. Right? Like I am playing it like a moron. I'm not even kidding.
But it's hard. It takes longer.
I think no, definitely it's taking longer. And when I jump back in, I do need to start. Like I've been neglecting. I need
one fucking line over the mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I do need to do that.
Yeah.
I think even there is one zip line that somebody built. I just have to build the one to connect it.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just fucking. And I have when I'm playing the game, I have 2 PCCs on me at all times. Just when I'm out and about, I forget I should throw down a zip line. Yeah, I'm just a fucking idiot. But
fuck, I want to reinstall that game and
it's so
drive
good.
around on the road. No reason other than to travel.
It's great.
Just to post a video on YouTube of my roads.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of that shit.
Do it, man.
I love that game.
Jump back in on the PC, maybe.
Honestly, though, I can't. I hope they don't make a sequel. That would be fucking awful.
That's how I felt about The Last of Us, and you know where that went, eh?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Death Stranding.
Imagine if they make a sequel and Kojima doesn't have it. That would be even worse. Yeah,
that would be fucking stupid. That'd be like if they made Metal Gear Solid 6.
Yeah, it would.
That would be a fucking embarrassing fucking game, I bet.
Yeah, games like that really, we mentioned last week, verify for me the second-party development format. But
yeah.
Man, I guess we're getting close to the end of it today.
I think so.
What do you say?
There's not much unless, aside from bitching about Cybercrunch, but...
Yeah, I think got most of that out of the system. Got most of it out of the old system.
Yeah, like I don't even want to fucking...
There's nothing else to say about it, right? Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Could argue all day, though, but it's not worth it.
That's the Twitter thing, right?
Just eagerly
bitch about Cyberpunk. Yeah. I'm fucking stoked for it more than anything.
Yeah, me too.
That and I guess Demon Souls and PS5.
Yeah, me too. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Oh, we didn't even. You know what? Maybe next week we'll jump into a little bit of Crash Bandicoot 4,
which is
cool. Actually sick.
Good, it's good. I can play it more
sick.
now. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I might even give it another go. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. It's fucking sick.
I'd play that with you, fucking.
We played a little bit of Star Wars Squadrons, but. Not enough to probably...
It is fun, though. I really like... Oh, man. It's got this feeling of awe when you start flying the ship and you're like... Oh.
Definitely the gameplay for the little bit that I played was sick, but I haven't actually touched on most of the package, so it's, It's we'll save that one for probably next week.
Guess
Give
we will.
a little more time to really get down and influenced.
And guess we will. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Fucking take care.
Cybercrunch.